Hello everybody and welcome to something a bit different today. This is the Old Slovenian Farm and we're basically going to use just very old and very small vintage equipment, which probably isn't for everybody, but as a one-off video that's what we're going to do today. This isn't going to be a continuation, so we're not going to do this again next time. It is just the one-off where we have the vintage stuff, although we may still have the vintage stuff in the next episode, but there'll be modern stuff too, so it's sort of there if you want it sort of thing. We've seen all this red stuff in the map. I'm not too sure what it is. Other people have said something like it's part of the map, common problem on the map, I don't know, maybe we're missing a texture pack, who knows. But anyway, let's start buying this vintage equipment. Now, as you probably know, not so long ago, the Farming Classics mod came out for FS17, which was originally, let me get this right, FS13, I think? Or was it 11? Yeah, it could be 11. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, it's now in 17, it was in 15 as well. So, let's just buy one of everything to begin with. We're going to need more than one of everything, or one of some things, because there's 16 players. We do have combine harvesters too. We'll probably have 2 of those at least, so that's going to fulfill a few slots. Let's keep going for these. I do love the old tractors. I think they're very nice. I wouldn't want to have just the old tractors, but having these just as a one-off is perfectly fun enough. There is one tractor with a cab, the Schluter, is it, or Schlufer? I'm really bad with pronunciations, but anyway, the Hurleyman. We have the Hurleyman. Let me just move out of the way so that we can buy the combine harvester too. And we do have some vintage equipment as well, but yeah, the combine first. We've got the one with chopper, no chopper. We'll go for both, or yeah, we'll go for both because I do want to do some baling as well. That's always an issue. Luckily, we have £1 million to actually spend. So we'll get one with a cabin, with the old cabin, sorry, and with the new cabin. And we'll also go with the old cabin of this one. So we'll have 3. I don't want to get too many. 3 is quite a lot anyway, so that should be alright. And we'll probably have a bit of a mixture with these. We'll have 2 of the large one of the smaller ones. It might seem like somebody's drawn the short straw, but some people prefer the smaller headers, and in fact that is a very big header. That is surprisingly big. So can we distinguish the new cabin and the older cabin? I'm guessing that they're both the old ones over there. This is a new one. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it is. Anyway, let me buy some equipment. We do need to have a trailer. I don't know if there's a tipper. Oh, there is. There is a tipper in that pack. Very interesting. In fact, we're going to need quite a few of these. I wonder if there's a header trailer too, actually. Just thinking about it. The combine harvester, I must point out, is not part of the Farming Classics pack. I should have said that before. Nope, no header trailer. We could go for these if they appear suitable. To be honest, you probably could get away with not having one for the smallest header. But we'll just wait for things to clear. I mean, some people like Panda and Weasel, they've got their trailers now, so they're doing the right thing and they're staying outside. So we'll just have a bit of a jump cut here and sort stuff out. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to have to take this up to the field. I did turn a bit tight there. I think everybody has a tractor now. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm a happy farmer. Potentially doesn't have a thing. So I'll just get him a tractor and trailer as well. In fact, we'll get quite a few trailers still because we do need a lot. However, I don't want to go overboard because we do need to buy other equipment as well. For example, we do need to do a bit of baling. I don't tend to do baling in multiplayer because it creates lag, but I think really with these very small bales we'll be alright because we can sell them anyway. Whoa, what are you doing? You just walk straight out in front of us, you crazy man. It's a bit of a pile up here. I think everybody is just, waiting. And actually, we might have, possibly, a modern combine harvester still on the map. I did sell the 2 tractors which we had, but somebody was in the combine and I couldn't really be bothered to get them to come out because it was a really small combine harvester anyway. I'll just show you it. This one here. Sampo Rosenley. So, it's fine. It's not 100% vintage, I suppose, or classic. But yeah, it's not a problem. Wait there, traffic. Oh, sorry, Weasel. crash into Weasel. In fact, even these combine harvesters, they're still really large compared to the tractors we have here. That is quite a jam. Everybody is waiting. Chainsaw 100 is coming the other way. There is the other combine harvester, in fact. The red spaghetti is the water texture. Ah. I would not have known. Although, actually, why would it have been in the yard? Because I can see the water. I don't know, it might have been like a... Are you sure? I think it might have been grass. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, the red spaghetti is there. So, we'll have to live with it. Luckily, it isn't really over much of the map. But yeah, like I say, there could be some kind of texture pack or something which we're missing, which I didn't download and put on the server. So that could be the reason why. Ah, it's still synchronizing. This is the first time I've been on this map, so it's going to be quite interesting to actually tour it at the same time. I'm pretty sure, you know, that we're coming back to where we started. That is the shop again. We have essentially just done a loop. Yes, we have done a loop. I don't know who's actually... Hang on. I don't know if there's actually anybody in particular that we're following. Are we all just following each other, going around in circles? We could be here all day doing this. This could be an extremely fun episode. That's it. We'll spend the entire episode going around in circles. Why not? The funny thing is, I think field 2, which everybody was actually heading for, is only here. So why we all went around again, I don't know. We should have taken a left turning. So with that absolute waste of time out of the way, we should be able to begin. I think if we just cross here, we might have to get rid of the traffic actually, because it's a bit of a pain. It's sitting there waiting for us. With Unfield, that's not a problem. I can sort that out. Let me just get rid of it. Oh no, I've just overshot. Sorry. There we go. Now we can harvest any field we want to. There's not many fields, but yeah, we can harvest anything we'd like. So, I'm going to drop this off where there's a bit more space. Just wait for Car Grand to move. In fact, quite a lot of people here I recognise from last week, and in fact the week before that as well. Car Grand definitely. There's also Captain Simulation. The reason why I know Captain Simulation is because I kept calling him Farming Simulator, as you do. I don't know why. It's just a weird mix-up. Also, obviously, Old 9, Chainsaw 100. I'm a Happy Farmer's been in before. And Weasel. And I think I recognise Storm as well. So pretty much everybody. Right, I'm going to go back, because I would like to get the baler. It's a very, well, as you'd probably expect, a very vintage baler. And go, I don't know, we'll go this way. So baling technology, it's this one here. FAR, I think it's pronounced. Requirement 30 horsepower, nice. And I think there is actually something to pick the bales up with as well. Was that in the same category? No, I don't think it was. I'm just going to get the baler before anybody else does. It's not really that I don't want them to use it, it's just I'd like to just have a quick go first, then they can take over if they want to. We might even get 2 balers in the end. But I love the idea of this. In fact, I used this on Sandy Bay, on FS15, on Easter Day, in fact. I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, not sure. But it was great fun. Yeah, let me just locate this bale picking up device. And we also have the Butcher, which is a self-propelled forage loading wagon sort of thing. Only 22 horsepower. That's incredible. I don't know if we're going to be using that today. I've just bought it though for somebody else. Let's just keep looking through here. I don't know where it's gone. I don't know if it's actually in the pack anymore, but I'm sure there used to be a device to pick up the bales. You would have thought if it existed, it would be in the baling technology section, but it doesn't appear to be. So anyway, let's not worry about that for the time being. We'll do both. Oh, I need to learn to spell. There we go. I'm not quite sure what we're all doing here. Oh, you're on a sewing machine, that's fair enough. Let me just sort this out. It comes in the form of one of these. And I wonder if we're going to need quite a few. We might have to cultivate as well. Okay, I'm going to speed up a bit here because I've been doing a lot of purchasing and spending time around the shop. There we go. Oh. Right, let's go and do some baling. I'm hoping this is the common harvester which is dropping straw. It is, good. So I'm going to start over here. There's not really any rush. Yeah, can you get a bale trailer? That's what I've seen again, but I can't see it. I've just double checked and there is definitely no bale auto stacker in the pack. It possibly wasn't even part of the package. Just I really did use a vintage one on Sandy Bay, which was actually really good. So here goes. Let's begin. Start some baling. Hopefully that swath isn't too wide. If it is, that's going to be quite messy. It looks okay. Taking in most of it. Obviously there's going to be a bit missed, but not really anything substantial. So it should be producing these conventional bales. Somebody's going to have to pick them up by hand because we don't have the auto stacker. I could get the normal one actually. Oh, what does that say? It apparently has a script and couldn't be in, unfortunately. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Yeah, the only issue with the normal one is I don't think it will work. Well, I think it will pick the bales up, but I don't think it will work correctly because of the bales being so small. So, what I'll do is I'll buy, if that biggest tractor can tow it, we'll buy one of these and then people can load it up by hand. I would say that is going to be the best option. People can't find the refill point either, so I'll just buy some seed, just in case there isn't one. There could be one, but it's always best just to give people, or players, something to go by. There we go. Good. Finally, let's continue our baling. Nice bit of conventional baling. Manageable size bales, which you can pick up by hand. Although, the problem is, because there's so many being produced, it could really make some lag, which I was hoping to avoid. But if we just hope for the best, we should be alright. Absolutely piling out the back. We'll do a few bales, then we'll pick them up, and then we'll do some more. I like it. I really do like this baler. Wow, that is some interesting harvesting. I think we'll focus on this area just over here first. That'll be the safest option. Looks like the tipping trailers are being used as well for bales. Makes sense. Use what you've got, I suppose. Ah, there we go. The correct tractor is on the bale trailer. That's good to see. Captain Simulation. So that should be the perfect trailer for throwing these onto. I'm hoping. I like the combines too. I've never driven them, but yeah, they look good. 2 weasels. Who said that? 2 weasels. There's a weasel there. Can't see. I can see a panda. These are quite interesting usernames, actually. Yeah, so don't know. Apparently, there's 2 weasels. Okay, that would do. I think we've produced enough bales. The rest can be picked up. I really don't know who did this sort of combining design. It's a bit weird with the strange bits that have been missed, but I suppose I'm no better. I'll just unload the rest of it here. Usually when you unload it's just 1 bale, but with this one it's 4. Okay, that's good. Now we can load it up, and well actually I'll give this to somebody else, they can have a go. Oh, there's the Sampo Rosenlu. So when we go here, we can prepare ourselves for loading the trailer. I'm guessing the Gamma? It's supposed to be Gamer, not sure. It's going to be bringing that down in a minute. Here we go. Yeah, they're even actually not even as long, I don't think, as conventional bales. They seem incredibly short. I suppose they've got to just produce the bales that the baler can actually handle. I don't know if you remember, but on, I think it was Wexcombe Manor Farm, I did an entire section of a field with just a conventional baler, and I loaded up the entire trailer with them as neatly as I could do, all by hand, and it took absolutely forever. I think it's called something like handwork, and I used as the thumbnail. I took a picture of my real hands, as you do, and yeah, sort of superimposed the bale into my hands, and yeah, it looked alright, I suppose, but you can tell that I wasn't actually holding the bale. Let's keep throwing these bales onto here. I didn't make that many bales purely because otherwise I'm going to spend the rest of the episode picking up bales and saying bales. How many times can you say it in one sentence? I would time-lapse it, but just no. it would just be awful. I mean, in fact, not so long ago I did a time-lapse on the Southern Cross Station map of picking up some wood by hand. And I think it was only about 30 seconds long or something, but somebody said, oh, it made them feel so sick. I guess if that is the case, you'd just skip, but really, if that is in the video and you have to skip it, it's not really worth putting in. 2 callums as well, apparently. I'm assuming that's a glitch then, because I wouldn't have thought there would be 2 callums and 2 weasels. There'll be 2 pandas next. Pick up a few more of these, and it'd be nice to move on to a different job. Yeah, Callum has left, which means it's about to synchronise. Try and put the bell down first. There we go. Good. This field is done. So I'm going to move away. We need to find a different field to do. There is, like I said, there's no shortage of fields. In fact, we have a key. You can see exactly what things are. So we have forests, fields, dirt roads, and roads, which should be fairly self-explanatory. So field 2 is actually the one we're in. It's really weird. It goes right around a corner. I think the other fields are ready to harvest. Oh no, sorry, they're all growing. In that case, we need to speed up time. Otherwise, we're going to be here for some time. So while the crops are ripening, let's just take a look and see what everybody else is up to. We have Chainsaw 100 just here cultivating, with the very small cultivator. And I think there was somebody else doing it too. There is a possibility we're going to do the whole field. That's the seeder. But yeah, whoever that is over there is also cultivating. I'm a happy farmer. Well, all very good work. So I think if the roads will allow us to, we'll take all of this over to the next field. Did I just see one little vintage tractor towing all those trailers? Wow. Panda. To be honest, I didn't even know you could join those trailers together. But the fact that tractor's towing them is quite an achievement. I wonder if it would do it full. I seriously doubt it. Anyway, let's take a look at the next field that we need to do. We have field number 3 really close to us. That would be the really obvious place to go to. We're here. It's right down the other side of the field. Let's just... Whoa, that pickup just teleported. Yeah, somewhere over here, I think. Unless it isn't a wheat field, let's just see. It's a canola field, that's fine, we can do canola. Here it is, this is the next field just up here, and actually it looks ready. Maybe it has progressed on the growth map. It has, it is ready to harvest. Let's make a start. I don't think it's going to take very long. With it being canola, there's going to be no baling or anything, so this should be very easy. Should make fairly short work of it. Of course, with it being canola, the tank is going to fill up very slowly, so Riley might be waiting some time. 2% full. But while we're doing this, let's just take a really close look at this combine. Like I said, I've never driven it before. Looks nice though. I wouldn't really expect much from it because it's obviously supposed to be a fairly basic machine. I actually don't know how old it is. I don't know how old it would be in real life. But it seems like a nice combine. I may be wrong, but it looks like it would be sold to probably Central and Eastern Europe. In fact, it might even be an Eastern European brand, I'm not too sure. There's a rock in the field. How did the planter manage to get so close? I'm guessing that was done in Giant's Editor. Yeah, there's rocks in here. There we go, that's better. We do have a helper here too, Storm. So we haven't really moved very far, but now you can see film 2's shape. Very unique. Oh, we even get a beacon. Nice. Oh, actually, that's really nice. You can see that the engine is actually vibrating. Very similar to the exhaust actually vibrates as well on the Fiat, which we have on Ballincraig Estate. I like that. Just these little things which really do make a mod come alive. Make it so much better. But yeah, these fields are certainly interesting. They're planted pretty much into the trees. 34% full. And more red spaghetti. Well, if we ever become hungry, we know there is spaghetti about. Although, yeah, spaghetti isn't red. Unless it's in tomato sauce. Okay, well, I'd better just unload because Riley is obviously being good enough to wait here. So, oh, sorry. There we go. It's only half a tank, but at least it will give him something to do. I would do it on the move, but I think that's going to be impossible with the trees in the way. There we go. Blocking up the road for Ford Man now. Yeah, I thought that might actually fill the trailer, but no, it seems that the trailers are fairly high capacity. Yeah, I need to really change that control. Oh, we have 3 combine harvesters here. So every combine harvester which I bought is here. I don't know where the sample rosen they got to. Oh, it's down there in the trees, taking a break. But it's alright because the old vintage machines are ploughing on. What is it? How do you pronounce it? Fortrid? I'm not sure. But yeah, they do fit in very well. Ah, now this is interesting. I think somebody's cut across the middle of the field. This is going to take a bit of tidying up. All the dust in my face, Panda. Oh yeah, it looks really pleasant, does that? Horrible. That's that field done, and as you can see, this field here is still being cultivated. Bit of a painful job really, I suppose, when it's being done with such a small cultivator, but if it's just a case where you just get on with what you want to do and relax, then I suppose it'd be very therapeutic. Ah no, early signs doing wheat. Yes, it would be good if everybody did the same crop, otherwise it is going to be a bit of a mixture. But there's that interesting self-propelled loading wagon too. Whoa, the brakes on this thing are pretty much non-existent. In fact, I'm done with it. I need to put it over here. We've got a bit of a pile up here. I can't really take it on the road. Let's try and get out. There we go. Good. Yeah, somebody's flipped the gulner. Or whatever it's pronounced, I'm not too sure. Let me try and find it. I don't want to reset the wrong one. It's not that one. We must have 2. There we go. Oh, resetting the correct trailer is going to be an absolute nightmare. In fact, I might have to just wait with the trailers because I'm probably going to reset the wrong one. Although, that does look to be roughly in the same place. Did I do it? No, I must have reset somebody else's trailer. That's annoying. It could be either of those two. They're in the same place, roughly. Wrong one again? Yes, typical. I suppose somebody could shunt it out of the way, if necessary. It's coming light. The map looks very different in the daytime. Okay, so I've just come across this tractor here. It might be Trev's tractor. Let's just say, Trev, do you want it? Is that yours? It is. Trev must be loading at bales. I think they're all done. Oh no, wait, there is something here. Let's just put a few more in for Trev. That's the best way, I suppose. One person puts the tractor on cruise control really slow and then just crawls alongside all the bales, and then the other people pick them up, throw them in. Hard work for the people picking them up, but it's certainly going to speed up the process. And I'm assuming these are going over to the bale sell point. Trev, we have more. Trev, no, we have more, Trev. Ah, there's actually another one over there too. It could be one that fell out. It's probably one which I just put in. I think mine did go fairly a long way over. Yeah, let me just tidy this up a bit. Whoa, bouncy bales. That's not gone too well. It's probably about time it was sold. Oh, how annoying. There we go. That's good. I wish you could have a ride in the trailers. If you just stand here, the trailer pulls away from underneath you. That's a shame. Oh, there's loads of bales. Hello, Weasel. Weasel is here. It's not going to take that many bales, although I'm surprised they're even going into a tipping trailer. Not bad, really. Well, we'll get it full, and then we'll go and watch them being sold. And it actually almost is full, so that's not going to take too long. There's space in the back. Yep, that's good. You can probably get about 2 or 3 more into there. When you see somebody else picking up a bale, it's basically just a hovering bale in front of somebody's head. Looks peculiar. Well, I would say that is as full as it's going to get without losing bales along the way. So if there is another tractor, I thought there was a tractor parked up, but it might have disappeared. In that case, we're going to have to just follow. Oh, he's gone. I don't know if he's trying to come back, but we'll make a start. We'll try and drive over there. If we go too fast, we're just going to lose them. But yeah, there is definitely a straw sale point somewhere here. It doesn't look to be too far away, although obviously finding it for the first time might be a bit tricky. Massey Man. And Weasel. Ah. We lost the bale and ran over it. I was going a bit too fast. There we go. Okay, let's continue. It's actually the building just opposite, as far as I can tell. It must just be over here. Yeah, there it is. That must be for the grain. This must be for the straw. I would love to be able to tip it, but I think it's just going to sell it as soon as we go into the trigger. It's a shame. Unless it doesn't tip. Oh, it does. Definitely tips. But yes, it's all come out. There we go. Right, well that's done a good job. We have sold some bales. More bales here. More bales on the next tractor. Ah, there's the biggest tractor we have. Ah, and also something needs resetting. The D. In fact, a lot of things have had to be reset in this episode. I guess it's just because it's a small setup. They must be easier to flip over. Let's try and find the baler. There it is. There you go. Right, okay, so I think we are pretty much done for this episode. It has been enjoyable doing something different. I know that there are quite a few people who don't like it. I've had people in the server, in fact, who have said boring and then disappeared. But it's always nice to do something different, just as a one-off. And here is the seed refill point and also the fertilizer. Or is it just a... Hang on, wait, that is possibly just for fertilizer. Not entirely sure. But anyway, that is a refill point for something. So before we go, let's just take a look and see what everybody else is up to. Field 2 is probably the best place to be. Unfortunately, I've lost my tractor. Oh no, there we go. That will do. Well, I've never known that before. People being solid objects? Since when? Literally, I've never known a player to be, you know, rigid. They usually have no collision. I'm sure they do. I've driven through players many times. How bizarre. Unless you can drive through, or maybe yeah, you can never. You see, I'm boxed. That's weird. That's incredible. Maybe it is just like that all the time. I've never noticed it though. Because otherwise, if you're going at full speed and you clipped a player, You flipped the tractor. Learn something new every day. Maybe it's just for these vintage tractors. I assume it is. Unless it's just not powerful enough to go through the hologram. Who knows? Anyway, I'm a Happy Farmer and Chainsaw 100 are doing a really good job here. They've cultivated the entire field with just those two really small cultivators, so really good job done. I know for a fact that Chainsaw 100 is doing a time-lapse video, so go and check that out. He will obviously be featuring this quite heavily, I would imagine, the cultivating. But yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.